Alright, hello people, and welcome to the 7th showcase of my 1 to 100 scale cardboard Titanic. Yeah, it's Titanic. And, I have made a little bit of progress. Not much, admittedly, but I had to let it dry for a couple of days because we did the floating test, which you should definitely watch if you didn't, for whatever reason, but I recommend you to go and give it a watch because it was great. I have added the vertical lines for the boat deck houses, except for the bridge structure, which is going to be a bit more detailed, but I'll come to that in a minute. First off, I want to give my reflections on the floating test, and quite frankly, it was absolutely perfect. We had a net draft of about, like, this much. The camera doesn't even focus. That. Around this much. Something around that, which is amazing. This thing, it's heavy. It is really heavy, and I expected it to actually overshoot the projected draft line, and I thought I have to rebuild my entire anti-buoyancy tank structure, which would not have been fun. But that did not have to happen, and now it's dried, which took a really long time because it does not really have space to evaporate anywhere, so that's that. We had some minor damage, like this. I'll have to replace the windows on the prints. I got some little water droplets on there. I'm just gonna fix that whenever I really want. I mean, I can do it whenever I want. So yeah, just reflecting on that, it was absolutely amazing. It was so perfect. She handled so great. I mean, I can only give... Oh my goodness, focus. I can only give it a good reaction because it was better than I could have ever hoped for. So, what I wanted to show you, why I did not close those up before making this video, just the internal structures of deck houses, or just the entire A-deck structure too. I did A-deck the exact same way. I added it on first, and then reinforced the side walls, which are this thin cardboard, internally with those really thick, heavy-duty cardboards things, and added those beams inside here. You can recall, I think, in the 5th, was it, showcase? I still had this little piece open, so you could see in here and actually see that this part of A deck right here, that there were those beams in there. So yeah, this is way too overdone. But why I'm doing this is essentially so when the ship is sunk, that the roofs don't collapse inward. So that's why I'm doing that. I also have my little prototype lifeboat over here, which is just kind of sitting here, and yeah, it's kind of gotten loose. I gotta glue it back on, or just take it off and install it on the ship when it's time for lifeboats, which there is still quite a lot of things to do. Next things I'm gonna do is add the bridge structure. I've actually been working on, wait, hang on, right here, on custom prints, which did not work at all. Create custom print, this does not work. Yeah, I just kind of messed that up, so I went and started making this, which just has, here, the bridge wing caps, I'm gonna be able to glue that onto a piece of cardboard, cut it out, and then just kind of layer it around here so it's one continuous line. And then before I add any more stuff like those walls right here, or the roof, I'm just gonna add all the engine telegraphs and the helm, so it's done. And then I'm gonna do it like those, like the things in here, those openings. I'm gonna just do it like THG did it on Demo 401, and just put a canvas covering on there, because, you know, it does not really line up. I don't know why. Maybe they should have been, whatever. I'm gonna just cover them up so it kind of looks normal. And yeah, that is the state of the ship right now. It's we had a tiny little problem with transportation down here. This entire thing was kind of caved in, so I had to completely rebuild it, and it's not painted yet, but it's fine. It's good now. And also, we have this tiny little those tying things for the thing pulling the ship. Oh, there is a piece of hot glue. Get away. Yeah. And then I'm just gonna go and add all the tiny little details on the boat deck, which is gonna be, let's just say, it's gonna take a while. The next showcases are just gonna be focusing on details, because adding the roofs, that will be the final structural thing I'm gonna do. And then she's gonna be ready, and we're gonna be going out, or should I say just, we'll go out once and do one shooting day. We'll get all the ground footage we need for the final product, the final video. And then I'm gonna change the configuration, and then we'll go and sync it. And that's gonna be technically really difficult to pull off. It'll work fine. It'll work fine. Yeah. So, wishing you guys the greatest of days. I'm gonna just stop rambling and get on with this bridge structure thing, because I let it sit for way too long. I should have just begun building it while it was still on the ground. I had it sideways half the time because, you know, stuff has to dry. Now it's dry, now it can more or less sit on this thing. I still made a bit of a longer thing, but still. I'm gonna go, or not go, just begin doing this now, and let you guys watch some other stuff except for just me talking. Right. Goodbye, guys.